Check, check. Yeah, what up, players? Actually, time out. Let me fix this. Yeah, maybe I need this. Okay, here we go. This is a test run episode for the new season of the Player One podcast. Um, I had to make my face bigger because I am going to do a new content creating type of strategy. I plan to be putting out more videos or clips on TikTok and IG Reels. So I need my face to be more upfront. I was advised by a good friend, a couple good friends actually, but one who I will take note from. Um, yeah, one I will take note from and try a new strategy for this upcoming season. So yeah, Player One podcast, man. You know how it goes. If you don't, welcome. Um, Pretty much what I do is try to give a breakdown on these episodes. It's kind of like football for dummies. You don't have to be a super fan. I'm not going to drop all the lingo on you. I'm going to try to keep it as simple as I break these plays down. What I do is it's a preview and no, it's a recap and a preview. With the season just starting, we are going to recap a couple plays, just two. Usually I do three. In the regular season, I break down three plays from our upcoming opponent, Baltimore. I mean, obviously it's a Baltimore podcast. Maybe I should have laid that out. This is a Baltimore Ravens podcast, fan cast. I don't know, like all about the Ravens. I'm a big time fan. Grew up a Ravens fan from Virginia. My pops used to take me to all the training camps when I was a youngin', met all the players. It's been easy for me to be a Ravens fan my whole life. Um, Now I live in LA. Been out here 9 years. I still rep Baltimore like no other. But now I have the podcast going. So what I do with this podcast is I try to break it down for anybody who this is it's fun because like I do these episodes tailored to our next opponent. And everyone who knows or follows me, you may not be a Ravens fan, so you may not tune in. But when it's the week that I play or we play against your team, this is the perfect podcast to pull up to. So one week may be bigger than the other. My groups of friends and such have their teams. We may play them at some point. Um, but then when it's time for us to play, now it's like, oh, now we got something to talk about. So it's always fun where I get to post these videos and get responses. You guys can watch, reach out to me, comment on the podcast, on the page. I post on social medias. It's always fun to do things like this. But this year I want to upgrade it a little more and kind of push a little harder for this whole thing. So with these episodes, what I do is a breakdown, a recap, and a preview. So I will break down plays from our upcoming opponent, things to point out and look out for when we play them the following week. And then yeah, so that's what it is. Yeah, and then I talk about our plays as well and what to look out for moving forward. Um, it's weird for week one because there hasn't been much to work with. But the good thing is the preseason is the times where teams are really trying to get their reps in for these newer plays. They want them in game speed because in practice you can run these plays, but it's practice. Nothing like trying it in the actual game. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna only do two. I usually do three on the regular season episodes. I usually do three breakdowns of what the Ravens did and what we need to continue to do or where we might have messed up. It does not matter, but I will break a play, three plays down, and then I will break three plays down for the opponent, the upcoming opponent. So right now we're gonna look at the Buffalo Bills. We play them Sunday Night Football to start the season. We're gonna whoop them. I've been telling everybody, put your money on Baltimore. We are the visiting team. We went from being the underdogs. Last time I checked, now they have us winning the game. I don't know what that's about, but 2 weeks ago I jumped on and put a few dollars on Baltimore to win this game. Um, I think we should have beat them in the playoffs last season. We shot ourselves in the foot so many times. We allowed them to beat us and move forward. So everybody's going off of, people remember the final score, but they don't remember the details of the game. I love to make these episodes because we can go back and I'm going to pull us together on what went down. If you went to last season of my podcast and you want to see what happened, I break it down, the difference makers of the games. And it's more us doing anything than them. They were just hanging around, so they were good enough to capitalize on our mistakes. This season, I think we come out with a vengeance. I think we start the season off with a bang. And we're going to show y'all the difference between a real MVP and MVP Josh Allen. So I'm excited. If I have to eat my words, I will, but I'm very confident in Baltimore. Let's get started. So, two plays. I'm only doing two plays. First play right here. We got. Let me see if I can turn the closed caption off. There we go. First play right here. We have trips left. You got a tight end pushed out to the side. You got the slot back inside. You got trips left. One receiver on the right side. So this defense looks like they're playing a zone because when they're in zone defense, they don't really like line up on the man. So this guy is facing him like he's man, but he's most likely zone. But then you got this guy, nobody really covering him, and then this safety over top, he's watching him. But so who's got him? If he's playing man on this, this is a mismatch already. But you can look at the space shotgun. Got the running back, keeps the linebackers honest. If it's me, I want the linebacker to scoot over just a tad more, shift over a little more, because most likely if he got a handoff, he would go that way. But he could go straight. But either way, I feel the defense is already out of position for this play. Um, right here, I don't know if this is a good spot for my camera, for my face, because I need the defense to be seen. But I'm going to be clipping. Nah, that ain't gonna work. Maybe this. I'll move this. Oh shit. Yeah, move this up here. There we go. There we go. This will be better. I need my face to be bigger because on my edits, I'm going to do a TikTok thing, and my face and reaction will be bigger on the top, so you see me, and then on the bottom half of the screen, you're gonna see the play. So this is a test run. I'm going to post some clips. We're gonna see, but you're getting behind the scenes. If you're watching this episode, you're getting some behind the scenes on me working this stuff out. All right. Anyways, back to the safety. He's right here. Um, you got trips left. If these are the three defenders, this is a big mismatch because whoever's supposed to be guarding this slot, man, it better not be the linebacker. And if it's a safety, look at the distance in between them. So if I'm a quarterback, I see this. I'm assuming they're in a zone defense. So he probably has a check call at the line of scrimmage. Here we go. I'm gonna run the play, but watch this receiver. I really like this play design. That's why I picked this one. It's interesting. It's different ways. It's the same. All these plays are really simple at the end of the day, but they dress them up. They dress them up and have all these weird formations and stuff, but really it's the same type of football. Right here is literally a simple screen play to this slot receiver right here. Here we go.
Once close games.
Oh, I need to capture audio. Let's see.
Home against
Desktop audio. Where's that one? Turn that down.
Tennessee on the road.
Okay, it's got it. Here we go. I'm gonna back up.
Once close game.
Here we go. Trips left. Looks like a zone defense because in trips left, that's why I like trips. When I see trips as a defense, I like to go zone. So this is cool, but also I don't like to admit that we're going zone by not matching up, not really lining up, putting people over top of others. If you put them like this, you could say it's man, but I'm just not the biggest fan of the matchups if we are the defense. But right here, we're gonna watch this receiver right here. It's a trips left screenplay right here to this guy. I like this play design. I'm a big fan of how they set this up.
Home against Tennessee on the road at Pittsburgh. The quick toss. Elijah Moore on the road
A successful play in football, it depends who you're talking to, but 4 yards, if you could get 4 to 5 yards a play, you should never face a turnover on downs. You should never have to punt because you get 4 downs to get 10 yards. If you could get 4 yards, 4 yards, then 4 yards. That's 12 yards in 3 plays. You don't have to worry about fourth down where teams usually punt the ball. Some teams go for it, but 4 yards is enough in football. 6 yards, really good. This play goes for 7 or 8 yards, but again, you just watch the defenses, watch how they bail out.
close games.
They're dropping to zones. He's dropping to a zone. He's dropping to a zone. He's not even looking at this guy no more. So he's already taken himself out of the screenplay.
Against
He's dropping to the curl, to the flat. So it looks like it's probably a cover two. This guy got the flats, so he can stay up. The flats is the low area right here. If this guy has the flats, he would just kind of stick around here. He could cheat back a little bit, but cover two, this may be a little too advanced on this play call, but cover two, the weaknesses are usually right there where my face is or up here, depending how far this cornerback goes. But you see this guy immediately goes outside. This guy's already going backwards, so it gives more
Tennessee on the
room.
road at
Look, this guy's already locked up.
Pittsburgh. The quick toss. Elijah Moore.
That's 8 to 9 yards right there. That's a great play. Next play. This is what I call the Josh Allen specialty. Josh Allen specialty.
Zone special.
Here we go. You got your little formation. Looks like we're in man because this guy's going in coverage. This guy's following. It looks like he's right there. These guys are kind of, when they bunch up like that, it kind of gets the defense to show themselves a little bit. Um, but this is a Josh Allen specialty right here. This is what you call a check down pass. It means you look at your first one or two, maybe three options to throw the ball to, and nothing's there immediately. You go to what you call your check down, who will be your running back, who kind of runs out to the side for you to just dump the ball to and hopefully gain 4 to 5 yards. Josh Allen's specialty. He rarely throws the ball upfield. He can, but he rarely does. Um, but he will throw that check down, which will keep an offense moving. So it's not a bad play, but all the praise, the MVP stuff, man, a lot of his passing yards comes from these.
Team's miscue there. Bouncing around as Jarvian Howard is in it back. Michelle dumps it off to Howard. And a slick move. Back. The team's miscue
But look, you see,
there.
going in motion,
Bouncing around.
everybody dropping back. They're pretty much 1st and 10. They're trying to keep everything underneath. So they're dropping back to not let anybody go deep.
As
the quarterback looks, he wants that throw right there, but everybody, they're keeping it underneath. That would just be a risky throw, so not the best idea. This guy, if players were moving around on defense, windows would open up for him to make these throws. But since everybody's kind of backing up to keep everything underneath, when I say underneath, it just means the coverage. They're more so as a team pushing back to not let you get further up the field. They would rather you get the ball underneath the defense, underneath the coverage. So they're just like, yeah, you can have these throws. They're just sitting on top, just sitting. And he's looking, nothing. So he goes right to his running back, the Josh Allen specialty.
Howard is in it back.
He catches it. You catch it in motion. in rhythm, momentum, and then it's hard for the defense who's kind of just sitting on their heels, not really moving around, to jump at somebody who's already 2, 3 steps into his full speed.
Dumps it off to Howard.
There you go.
And a slick move up near the 28-yard.
Simple as that. All right, moving forward. That's the Bills. That's what I do. I do 3 plays for them since we play them week 1. So I 2 plays since it's preseason. Um, and then now we're gonna go and look back at Baltimore's game, our 3rd preseason game. And I'm just gonna break 2 quick play calls down, and that's gonna be it. All right, this play last season I spoke about these all season. It was fun for me. It's one of my favorite things about last season. I picked up the trend. I say like week 4, and then I realized every week within our first drive, I'm exposing Baltimore right here. If this clip were to make it to a higher level, all teams would be prepared. But every game, it's just the what do you call it? Like the trend. It's a tendency of our offensive coordinator. He likes to throw these screens, and I've noticed they always go to the left side of the field. I'm gonna move myself. Hold on. These screenplays tend to go to the left side of the field, but you have to respect the run game because look, you have Derrick Henry, and then you have a guard, a tackle, and then a tight end, and a double tight end. We are heavy. It looks like we're gonna run this way. The defense, they look like they're in zone because we send Zay Flowers in motion, and nobody runs with them. So they're in zone. Yep, they're in zone. All they do is kind of slide over a little bit, but they can't go too far because you have to respect all these heavyweights right here. And then if you run the ball, so watch this. The ball's gonna go right here to Zay Flowers. The defense sees they're not really thinking about it, but knowing that the defense is in zone, this is probably an option play for Lamar. He can either hand it off or throw it. But since he sees it's in zone, they don't have the extra man coming down this way for Zay. He's like, okay, I'm gonna toss this one real quick.
Running team. That's the challenge.
I gotta turn that closed caption off. You see Zay, he runs and then he just quickly opens up. As he opens up, the linemen, how'd they get up here already? What they did is they let the linemen go past them, and then to get up to the next level in the defense. And now watch this wave of elephants. Look at that. You got these two that covered them, sealed them off, but you got him running upfield, him running upfield. You don't want to force this to be reckoned with. Look at that. Boom, get out the way. And now all this open
pass, and look out. Here he goes. It's Zay Flowers down the sideline and all the way to the Washington 20-yard.
But again, let's run it one more time. I'll let it play through on its own. Watch the linemen this time. Watch how we let them through. So these guys, these 3, or it was like 4 of them, they can get upfield and work up here. Catch up and get ahead of Zay Flowers.
Historic running team. That's the challenge for Washington today.
It's combustible is what it is.
There's a pass, and look out. Here he goes. It's Zay Flowers down the sideline and all the way to the Washington 20-yard.
I got one more play, and this play is exposing Baltimore's defense. Last year I was harsh on our defense because we had a new defensive coordinator in Zach Orr, former Raven. He had a neck injury in his playing days. He was a linebacker. It was one of those type of injuries. They advised him not to play anymore because he could get paralyzed if he continued. So it was smart of him to just, all right, sit this one out. I think I can move myself back over here. This one, what I love about the Zach Orr defense is he's carried on what we had. The coach who is now the Seahawks head coach, I can't think of his name right now, Mike McDonald, Mark Mike McDonald, genius play designer for the defense. So this Zach Orr was his understudy. Our defense has been good for since it's been a franchise. Um, but I was shaky on the idea of promoting Zach Orr from within because he was so young. He's the same age. He's like 33 years old. Um, so to have a defensive coordinator that young is not something you normally see in the NFL. It's very impressive for Zach Orr. It's a bright future for him. Our first 5, 6 games of the season last year, our defense was so shaky, miscommunications every game. You'd see players talking to each other like, "What? You're supposed to do this. No, you're supposed to do that." Stuff that should be handled it's Baltimore's responsibilities. It's not like the other team was doing great. It's just Baltimore trying to get on the same page. And right here is an exposure of our defense not being on the same page. Because right here, you see our third year linebacker right there. He's going to have a great season. Trent Simpson, Clemson linebacker. We got Roquan right there. But then we got Kyle Van Noy right here, who is a veteran, a dog. He had like, he was top in sacks last year, and people wrote him off. He was a steal pickup. He was a free agent. Nobody went after him. We picked him up, got him under our defense, and he took over and became a captain, I believe. But smart player, very smart. Not too athletic or anything crazy like that. Just a smart, high IQ type of player, a leader, and he is now a big part of our defense. But right here, he's out of the loop. Trent Simpson's calls because this running back went from the left side, he got motion to the right side. Trent Simpson, he's calling for him. Look, 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 look. He's trying to talk to him. This is something linebackers, they need to, defense, your positions, you need to be able to communicate pre-play. But it looks like Kyle, I don't think he's paying him no mind. He's trying to call it. And watch, watch, watch.
Call place the line.
It looks like they lock in, okay? But watch this play. These guys are gonna like kind of set up a wall. They run these routes, but they're kind of pick routes, so this running back can get open. If he does his responsibility and picks up his man, he could stop this play early. But 3rd and 2.
Scrimmage, Jim. That's
Look, he steps back.
just not
He's not locked in. Not locked in.
normal in your first year. 3rd and 2, and he's got it. Scrimmage, Jim. That's just not.
These routes are to kind of bump him off. This guy's going with his man. This guy's going with his man. His man is right there. He's not paying attention. He's not a linebacker. He's not really a linebacker. He's an edge rusher. He's not supposed to be out here guarding people. But sometimes as a defensive play caller, you're going to call some plays where you can kind of hide a responsibility underneath a defense. Your defensive call can be so good, but you will have a flaw within there somewhere. One flaw maybe, and this is the flaw. But Jaden and them pick up on it. It's just a check down pass. All these little, they call them rub routes. You rub into the defender, kind of knock him off track so he can't get to his man. And look, that one, this one right here, Zach Ertz, he's literally trying to set a pick. He needs to be running a route. He's supposed to look like he's running his route, but his goal is to get in the way of this so it sets up for this clear lane. But he's not locked in. If he realizes that running back is his man, he's lost right now. He's lost. If he knows that's his man, he could jump to it. And then it would have caused Jane Daniels to maybe look at him and throw it across the middle, which would have been crowded because all these cross routes is mainly this is the play design for this, but he's out of the loop because of the simple motion that started right before the play.
In your first year.
Look how out of place he is. Look at all this space.
3rd and 2, and he's got Eckler. Eckler out of the backfield.
And then watch after
inside
my
the
favorite part. The two guys right here, the linebackers. He's talking. I told you, this is your man. I told you.
Zone down to the 6.
Kyle, I think he realized, but I don't know if he realizes. I know they talked about this in film study. But what I love about this, let these type of things happen now. We want this stuff to happen early so you can get on the same page and not let it happen again. So that was a great play call. Good job, Washington. If anything, You helped us. And these fools didn't even score a touchdown. You see how close they got, and we held them to a field goal. Bad look for Washington actually, but great look for us. We bend but we don't break. So
16 before Marcus
I'm
Williams
not mad
finally
at
ends
doing
it.
it one more time.
First year. His ability to call.
Look, he's calling for it. Switch. The motion happened. He went from the left side to the right side of the quarterback. Switch. Kyle's not looking at him at all. He's not looking. We're cooked.
Place the line of scrimmage, Jim. That's just not
Come
normal
on, Kyle.
in your
What you
first
doing?
year.
What you doing?
Third and
Wide
two, and he's
open.
got Eckler. Eckler out of the
Take it down to the
backfield,
15,
inside the
15
red
yard
zone, down to the 16 before Marcus Williams finally ends it. But that's a pass play of 25.
That's all good though. Look, man, I'm happy. We back. Football season is here, baby. Week 1. If you stuck around and listened to this episode, leave a comment or something, man. I appreciate you. Um, I'm gonna start mixing the music back in. I didn't do it this go round. I just want to make sure I can do this and use this and make some clips for the social media. So we're gonna see if I post some of that. I'm gonna try to start working on that right now. Uh, got my handy dandy notebook where I keep all my notes and stuff. Man, you can't see, but I write all my stuff in here. It's not gonna show it, but I write all my notes. I do this. I prep before I make these episodes, and then I try to make it as simple as possible for the consumer. So what you could do if you tuned in this far and you haven't backed out, comment your favorite team. Maybe I'll do like bonus episodes and break some clips down of your favorite team. I would love to do that actually. I just need more interaction from y'all to me and then I'll do it. But till then it's going to be strictly Baltimore and whoever's in front of us. We got a rough 6 week start to our season. Then we get a bye week. I hate the early bye weeks, but I have I have high expectations. I think this is our year. We are going to be put through a regular season gauntlet to prove ourselves. And then I think we hold it down. I think we can win the Super Bowl. I think we have everything we need. Our offensive coordinator could have left and took a head coaching job. He decided to stay in Baltimore because he knows this is the squad. Last year, we shouldn't have fumbled that. Like, we gave it away with the careless turnovers. We know our team, we are ready for revenge week 1 to start the season. I think we handled the Bills. I think I'm telling you, like, we going to be bored mid third quarter. We're gonna kind of put the game. It's gonna take like a major crazy comeback if there's a comeback, if there's a chance for it to be a game. But I think we handle business, come out, score, field goal, and then it's gonna be halftime. We come out, get a stop, get the ball, score, and then it's gonna be like, damn, Sunday night, it's time to get ready for work tomorrow. We got work in the morning. I may sound crazy, but if I'm right, then what? What am I gonna sound like then if we come back to this? Yeah, this episode went way longer. This is way longer than what I usually do. When the season's here, I try to keep these episodes no more than like 12 to 15 minutes. I think 20 is like the max. But this one, I'm explaining it and stuff. I trying to get back in motion and stuff. So we here, man. I appreciate y'all. Play One Podcast. Yeah.